What's going on, Shady people? ShadyPenguinn here. Welcome back to the next Duel Links video. Today, we're going to be going over the new Jesse Anderson event. And as you guys can see, I have him unlocked. Honestly, super easy to unlock. You guys, I'm sure almost all of you guys, if not all of you guys, got him yesterday. And if not, no worries. You can get him today. You essentially only needed like 200,000 points in his event. And that is so simple. So simple. But what I want to do today, before we get into the farm of farming Jesse Anderson at level 40, I want to go over all the new cards that basically we see in the game because of him. And essentially, some of these aren't completely new. Some of them were already added in the last Jesse Anderson event where he wasn't unlockable. But we're going to go over each one anyway, because honestly, like, I have a friend of mine and he loves Crystal Beasts and they just were unplayable last time. But with this event, there's a much higher likelihood that Crystal Beasts can be playable. So let's go over the cards that let's go over all of his level up rewards. So we got this card can attack your opponent directly, but when it uses its effect, any battle damage it inflicts to your opponent is halved. If this face-up monster's card is destroyed while it is in the monster card zone, you can place it face-up in your spell and trap card zone as a continuous spell card instead. We're gonna call that the Crystal Beast effect, kind of like we did with the Sylvan effect. So every Crystal Beast has the Crystal Beast effect where it can go into your spell and trap zone when it's destroyed. Amethyst Cat can attack directly, which is pretty cool. It just, the damage gets halved, but there's something to be said about that. Honestly, Jesse did that to me when I was farming him, and it was a pain in the butt because I didn't get to over 10,000 because of it. But you guys will see, you don't even need over 10,000 with this farming deck. Like, you don't need over 10,000 damage with this farming deck. You can get it, but you don't need it. Crystal Beast, Cobalt Eagle. Once returned, you can target one face-up Crystal Beast card you controlled. Return that card target to the top of the deck. Now that can be the spell or trap card that you had placed. So this can actually go ahead and recycle your monsters that were destroyed, and it also leads to never decking out. But of course, putting a card on top of your deck is pretty slow unless it's the perfect card you need, then it's amazing. So there, you got to pick and choose wisely, but that's what the Eagle does. And then of course he has the Crystal Beast effect. The Crystal Beast Amber Mammoth. When another face-up Crystal Beast monster you control is targeted for an attack, you can make this card the attack target instead. This is, I think, one of the better Crystal Beasts. It's a follow me. It's a follow me Crystal Beast, and of course it has the Crystal Beast effect. Crystal Beast Topaz Tiger, I believe this was already in the game. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure. If this card attacks an opponent's monster, it gains 400 attack during the damage step only. If this face-up card is destroyed while it is in a monster card zone, you have the Crystal Beast effect. So 1600 Beast Crystal Beast. Then we have the Crystal Beast Sapphire Pegasus. This is definitely like one of your bread and butters you want 3 of if you're running Crystal Beast, I think. Once again, could be wrong, but I really think. When this card is summoned, you can place one Crystal Beast monster from your hand, deck, or graveyard face up in your continuous spell or trap card as continuous spell card. So basically, you do the Crystal Beast effect when you summon it for a different card. So you can thin your deck, you can get something out. That's gonna help you trigger all different kinds of effects by filling up your field and thinning your deck. He gets the Tie That Binds naturally, that's cool, I didn't know that. And then he has Meet My Family. At the start of the duel, the following cards are added to your deck. Rainbow Dragon, Crystal Beast Sapphire, Crystal Beast Topaz, Crystal Beast Ruby, basically all the Crystal Beasts. You'll be considered the original owner of these cards. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards. I really can't wait to see someone play Meet My Family. And we have a 28 card deck. Or you can have a 38 card deck if you really want to counter them Worms. Insanity. I don't know, man. I don't know about that one. The Rainbow Path. This card is also, I believe, farmable during the event. When an opponent's monster declares an attack, send one Crystal Beast card from your spell trap card zone to the graveyard. Target the attacking monster, negate the attack, and then you can add one Rainbow Dragon or Rainbow Dark Dragon from your deck to your hand. So basically, negate attack and add a Rainbow Dragon to your hand at the cost of sending one Crystal Beast from your spell and trap card zone, which isn't that high of a cost because you're always going to have them, but it's mainly for getting to Rainbow Dragon. Crystal Release says, equip only to a Crystal Beast monster. It gains 800 attack. When this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can place one Crystal Beast monster from your deck right onto the field as a spell or trap card. Well, as a spell card, but it's in the spell and trap zone. Always remember that they're always continuous spell cards. Then we have Crystal Beacon. This one I know is I think it's farmable. I say no, but I think. Special summon one Crystal Beast monster from your deck. You may have 2 or more Crystal Beast cards in your spell or trap zone to activate. You must have 2 or more. So basically, you have to have 2 and then 1 open slot. And you play this and you special summon a Crystal Beast monster from your deck. So it's pretty cool, honestly. It's like a better Monster Reborn because it's coming from your deck, which is awesome. But you need to have 2. So that, for example, that's why that 1800 Pegasus, this card right here to Dow, is really good because it helps you get that out. And it's 1800, so it doesn't have to die. You can like play this, You can summon this, set a wall of disruption, and then summon another one on turn 2, and then you can go and play Crystal Beacon and go for the game. Then he has an ability Grit. We know what Grit does. He has a random chance to hold on. We're seeing another Rainbow Path, so maybe this isn't unlockable. Another Crystal Release, another Crystal Beacon. So maybe none of those cards are farmable. I really hope not, because that would kind of suck. Then we have a Crystal Blessing. Target up to 2 Crystal Beast monsters in your graveyard. Place those targets face up in your spell trap card. So that right away can meet the requirements for the Crystal Beacon. Just with that. Then we have another Pegasus. So it looks like if Pegasus is only available by leveling up, then there's only 2 in the game, which is kind of going to suck for Crystal Beast. Crystal Promise is the only other unique card for his level up moveset. Target 1 Crystal Beast card in your spell trap card zone and special summon that target. So that's pretty cool because you can Pegasus, grab whatever you want, and then special summon it with Crystal Promise. That's honestly pretty cool. Now, when Pegasus, is it only when he's normal summoned? When this card is summoned. So you can Pegasus into a Pegasus into another card if you want, but really you just go Pegasus into something if there's a Crystal Beast that's stronger. I don't think Crystal Dragon, because it's not Crystal Beast Dragon, correct? Let's find out. It is Rainbow Dragon, so that you can't add. You can't try to special summon that in any fancy way. Like you can't cheat and get that out. So that's his level up set of cards. Let's check his farm cards now, because I'll be pretty upset if it's really limited to 2 Pegasus, and I'll also be upset if like you're only allowed to, like, if they put those level up cards there and they're farmable. Like, I don't like that. Okay, so Pegasus is not farmable at all. You guys can see, I haven't done much farming. I haven't done any farming on this event. I practiced the deck, and I was able to grab another Tiger. That was it. But, you guys, I definitely want my Rainbow Lives. There were so many good farming decks. There's so many cool little decks that took advantage of this card, so do your best to get 3 of them. We have, oh, wait, Pegasus is right there. Wow. So it's farmable, but it is an ultra rare, so that's kind of fair. But I mean, I guess other duelists, honestly, a lot of their level up cards were farmable until it was like over level 30. So it is what it is, but bam, Crystal Beacon is also farmable. So really with this event, you don't have to worry about, you just want to make sure you grab at least 1 Pegasus from him. I think you only need 2 Tigers, because you get 1 by leveling up. You want to get 2 Mammoths. I believe you want to get 2 Mammoths for sure. And then you really only need to grab 1 Beacon. Like, I don't even need beacons anymore. And then you want your triple Rainbow Life. So this is a really like light on the pressure farming event, but it stinks because these are my favorite farming events, because you just have to auto duel people, get your little, whatever you want to call it. This is like an earring or something, some jewel, and use that it's not an earring. Use that to duel him at the gate. Whereas then you have like the Super Taya event. She's running around with all these cards that I want, and I just gotta wait for her to show up. So it seems to be the case where whenever an event is stagnant, they make it easier. Like even just with the cards you can unlock, that's a drag. But anyway, this is the farming a deck. This was on Reddit. Like I said, I'm gonna leave a link to the thread on Reddit. But I'm pretty sure this was used for a couple of other duelists as well. But basically, it's for duelists that don't have any spell trap removal. It pretty much works almost every time. The only thing about Jesse is that he has that thing that can attack directly, but all you really want to do is just have Spirit Barrier and the Unhappy Girl in your opening hand. If you have Spirit Barrier and the Unhappy Girl in your opening hand, since Jesse has no way to remove traps or spells and no way to remove monsters besides attacking, it's easy game, easy life. The rest of the deck is you're trying to summon Ra, which is really good because it's a prismatic. You get the bonus for summoning a Divine Beast, and that's exactly why it doesn't matter if you don't get over 10,000. And there's a campaign bonus, pretty much like 3,000 right there. So summoning Ra is really, really solid. Essentially what you end up doing is you just go summon Ra once you have his field locked down, and because you have Spirit Barrier and he's nothing to remove Ra and he can't get over it because it should at least be 3,900, you're fine. But of course, we play one Aegis of Gaia, that way we can get you up to 6,900, right? Yeah, 6,900, and that's enough to get your 10K life points. So it's pretty basic. You play Raimei to search out your Unhappy Girls if you don't open up with them. It's more important for you to open up with a Spirit Barrier. If you're playing with restart, so if you open up Spirit Barrier and Raimei, you don't restart. If you open up like Unhappy Girl and Raimei, you probably do restart because you really want to see that Spirit Barrier in your opening hand. Then of course you're just playing double Union Attack for your Gravekeeper's Vassal, 1 Shard of Greed for deck thinning, triple Good Goblin Housekeeping for deck thinning, and for getting that Spirit Barrier, 1 Secret Pass to the Treasure and 1 Supremacy Barrier to restore your life points in case you do get attacked buy a direct attack monster that does happen, or in case Unhappy Girl has to sit there for a turn. Remember, Unhappy Girl does not get destroyed by battle, so she's pretty much there until you tribute her. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna jump to this farm. I'm gonna see if I can just smack a Pegasus. If we can get one Pegasus from Jesse, like, I'll be super happy. If we can get a Rainbow of Life, those are like my 2 super targets. So Rainbow of Life, Pegasus, and Mammoth. Those are your dream cards for this farm. And some of you guys might even already have triple Rainbow Life from the last one, so you're not even stressing at all. You might not be stressing even a little bit. So we have so much deck thinning, but we're going first. So I'm gonna go ahead and restart because like I said, you really want to see the Unhappy Girl and Spirit Barrier, and I didn't in my last farm. So we see Spirit Barrier and not a single monster. That's super unfortunate. This is probably gonna be a loss. Now, this isn't like the Taya farm deck where I had said, hey, you can go ahead. This is a 100% guaranteed farm. That's not the case with this. And you guys are gonna see that probably right now. Unless we draw Unhappy Girl. Okay, we do draw Unhappy Girl. So fortunately, the farm is pretty much successful. I like to wait to activate Spirit Barrier until he gets that attack off because he gets confident. I don't like confidence. So remember, this just says while you control a monster, you take no battle damage. That doesn't mean you have to wait for him to attack. But what I like to do is I don't really like to lock up his entire board until he attacks my Rye Maze. Until I've used all of my deck thinning, I like to go ahead and let him sit there. So it obviously looks a little tough right now because we're at 1,400 life points. But I think we'll still be able to have a successful farm and get over 8,000 assessment points from this. Even though it is a little rough. It kind of depends. What we really need to see is some we're gonna lock down this direct attacker. But what we really need to see is we need to see Aegis of Gaia sooner rather than later, because then we'll go to 4,400 life points, and I'm sure that that'll be enough for our Raw to kind of pop off and seal the deal for us. We're gonna activate Good Goblin Housekeeping. I'm just at that point, turn toggle off. It'll speed up your farm. Once you have your Spirit Barrier activated, you're fine. We're gonna send back Secret Pass, and we're gonna set the Rye May, because remember, we haven't locked this card down yet. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna use our Unhappy to attack here. It really doesn't matter. As long as you have your Unhappies out and your Spirit Barrier, you win the farm. And as you guys can see, he has a lot, like his field is full. He's not going anywhere. He's just not going anywhere. Now we can feel free to lock down his entire board. Another Spirit Barrier. Once you have your one Spirit Barrier, obviously all the other ones are just trash. They're just, you ditch them once your hand is full. That's fine. Today's the 29th, so we have 30 days, half September, April, June, and November. So we have 2 days, because tomorrow I'm going to be going back into PvP, and I'm going to be bringing a deck that will bring us to Legend. That'll bring us to King of Games. That is the goal. So I'll activate Shard of Greed, draw 2 more cards. We have the Raw, and we could technically summon Raw now, but I'm not going to. I'm not in a rush to summon Raw. There's the Aegis of Gaia. And the reason why I'm not in a rush is because we need that Aegis of Gaia. Ideally, you wait until you draw your Supremacy Berry right now. Because if we get Supremacy Berry first, then we can Supremacy Berry and then we can get over 10,000. And the only reason why I want to do that is because with the event, obviously there's unlockables. We won't really be able to use Good Goblin Housekeeping at this point. Because there are unlockables, and the more assessment points you get, the more the multiplier goes, and you guys will see. So we do draw the Supremacy Berry, thankfully. If we didn't draw it this turn, we'd have to just bite the bullet and summon Raw. But we're gonna go up to 34, we're gonna go up to 77. Let's go ahead and normal summon Raw. This is so good because one, there's a mat for summoning Raw 100 times, and I don't have it. Of course, you activate the effect. We're at 6,300, and then we just end our turn. He's not gonna be able to get over that. He's not gonna be able to get around it. He goes on the defensive, as you guys can see. And that is pretty much the farm. It's super, super convenient. And that was a hard start. That was like, we did have to get lucky by drawing that Unhappy Girl. And we did. But you guys will see now, we're going up to what? 7,000, 13,300, unless my math is off, which it very well could be because I just woke up. I'm not sure. Let's go in. Vassal, Union attack. 13-3 to the face. Dunzo. So look at all these assessment points from this deck. It's disgusting. It is disgusting. Now, if you don't have Raw and you started the game recently and you don't have Raw, I'm sure there are other farm decks you can use that use a very similar tactic. Realistically, because you don't need to get over 10,000 points, you can use any triple tribute monster. You can use Guilford the Lightning. You can use what is it? Wet Machine? See, look at this. Look at this. 11,500. And that means that if we didn't do over 3,000 damage, over 10,000, 9,999 damage, we would have had 8,500. So we still would have crossed the 8,000 threshold without that. Really, really cool. Thanks to that Divine Beast bonus, the campaign bonus, Tribute Summon. It's a bunch of good stuff right here. Bunch of good stuff. Unfortunately, our rewards were not a bunch of good stuff. Speaking of rewards though, before we wrap this one up, since we're pretty much covering the event, there's also, I believe it's Zane Truesdale will float around and he'll appear sometimes. I don't have a farming deck for him. You guys have a farming deck for him. His rewards don't come up on the right, unfortunately. But if you have a farming deck for him, please let me know in the comment section down below what that is. And if you see it, thumbs it up, 100%. We got a new mat. Achieving, wow, oh, I didn't get to read it, but we got a new mat. That's really cool. That's really awesome. So you want to do that, whatever I just did to get that mat, which was get over 10,000 assessment points or get over 10,000 damage, bam, you get a new mat for it, which is really cool. And I wanted to show you guys all the different rewards you get. So even from here, you get a crystal beacon. So you don't need to farm any at all because you get 2 from leveling them up and then you get 1 as a natural reward. You get a Pegasus as a natural reward. So you only need to farm what? You don't need to farm any. You just need to farm the event. Wow. So you don't need to farm any Pegasus because you just need to do this 1 Pegasus, farm the event to 200,000 and then just level them up. And then you'll have 3 Pegasus. Oh my goodness. Well, that's a huge turn for me thinking, wow, they're only gonna be 2. And now there's a bunch. Of course, with this event comes the EX gems. Oh my gosh. And you can grab a mammoth. So you only need to farm 1 mammoth. Everything I know is a lie. I have 0 Sky Blasters. I'm grabbing you. 100%. I want this card. I love this card. I want to make decks with this card, even though it's never successful. I don't have any Onikuchi because I didn't choose that for the card reward campaign. So I'm gonna be farming EX gems. Like this is the best. This is actually the best EX shop I've seen in a long time for me. So I'm gonna be farming this event non-stop because I don't have any Zwei. As you guys can see, I didn't do well with Zane Truesdale, and that's why I need a farming deck from you guys. I can get a 3rd one of these, and this card is honestly really good. Exarian is a really fun card, and having 2 of them will be great. So wow, so I need, let's see. I don't technically need the mammoth. So at that point, guys, farm the mammoth from freaking Jesse and use your EX gems on other things if you need to, like I do, because this is 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. I need 500 gems. 500 gems? Do I even get any gems as rewards? What's going on? That's not what I'm looking for. Give me my missions. Where are my gems? Okay, we get gems. Okay, so we'll get 125 gems naturally. That's good. That's 1 card out of the way, and we already have 90. That's 2 cards out of the way for me. No EX gems here. All right, so we're just gonna have to farm him. That's gonna be it for this farming video. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, if you have any other decks, post them in the comment section for the Shady people so the Shady people can have maximum farm time, get these EX gems, clear out that shop. Because honestly, the actual cards from Jesse, you hardly need to farm. Rainbow Life is literally the only card you can't get any other way from him. That's insane. Like, as far as the SRs go. Otherwise, you don't even gotta worry about hitting these ultra rare. That's insane. Oh, Konami, you're so cute. With that, like I said, I'm gonna get the hashtag out of here. If you enjoyed, hit that like button down below and don't forget to subscribe. We'll be back in PvP tomorrow, and we're hopefully gonna grab King of Games for you guys in either tomorrow's video or Saturday's video. With that though, I'm getting out of here. Have yourselves a fantastic day, but above all else, keep it shady.